What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 of finding you a winning product. This is the multi-part series where I break down the product research strategy I use to find winning products, including this store here. As you can see, $130,000 in the last 30 days. Of course, people like to ask, well, what percentage of that is profit? Hovering right around 26-27% profit margins, taking home about $30,000 in net profit, as you can see there. In the link down below will be this Google Sheet here. As the series goes on, I'm going to be listing all the products that I find here. Now, one of the questions I got on the first video was, Alex, if you are publicly sharing these products, won't it drive the competition up and people will not be able to be profitable with them? Yes and no. So first off, the goal of this series, yes, I'm finding products for you, but hopefully my goal and my intention is that you just learn the strategy and go out there and find the products for yourself. But furthermore, if you're really looking for a product and you want to just quickly test something, you have to understand just because you have a good product doesn't mean it's going to be profitable for you. It's always about execution. The strategy that I use and the way I like to find products is finding brands that are scaling with video ads and then running native image ads. If you want to learn more about that, feel free to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. All right, so today we're actually going to be doing keyword research. So my favorite product research tool is TrendTrack. I pretty much use it all the time. But I want to show you guys today as well how you can just simply find good products using the Facebook ad library. Now, I'll personally still be using TrendTrack to help me validate that, which is something that you can do as well if you want to. But let's just start off by going into the Facebook ad library and just typing in one of my favorite phrases to use, sale ends tonight. Now, the goal here is to type in a keyword or phrase that we believe other dropshippers are using in their caption so their ads can populate and will help us locate and find them. So I'm going to literally type that in. And now I'm literally going to just start scrolling. One of the actual tips that I like to do as well is go straight to the filter section here. And then I'm going to specifically do two things. First thing is I want to see videos only. And then I want to go back and see the ads that were published about a week ago. The window of time for me is trying to find an advertiser that launched ads within about a 10 to 60 day window. 10 days is long enough to confirm that they are definitely making money, right? Who's running ads to a brand that, for 10 days that isn't making the money. And then 60 days is the end of that spectrum, because anything greater than that, I find that it's super hard to compete with them, even though they're running video ads and I would be running native image ads. The way Facebook works is that it's a bidding system and it's going to give the better quality customers to the advertiser that's been running the longest and spending the most money. So 60 days is that cap off point where you can still catch and compete with that competitor in the market space. So today's the 13th. Let's go back to the 3rd. So we're going to see ads published from the 3rd and later than that. So that's going to help narrow this down. And right away, we can automatically see here that we have a competitor in the market space. Now, I do want to be fully transparent here. Inside of my private school community, I do something called Winning Products of the Week. And this product here was actually the week 2 product that I found. So because I actually found it here and I want to make a full detailed video showing you guys, I already know this product and I'm pretty sure the advertiser fits the criteria to a T. So I'm going to show you how I pretty much validate that this is a person that is doing well and someone that we can compete with. Now, what I would want to do is open up their Facebook ad library. The easy way to do this is to just copy, or one way to do this is to copy this, open up in a new tab here, type in their name. But sometimes this can get a little tricky. There might be more pages that you can't find. To avoid doing this, something you can also do is just go straight to TrendTrack's website. If you go under free tools, you can actually install their free Chrome extension, which will easily allow you to open up people's ad pages and see all their active ads. So with the Chrome extension here, if I literally just hit view page, it brings up their entire ad library and it makes it super easy to see all their ads. So pretty cool there. If you want to get the free extension, feel free to do that as well. All right, so here's how I would validate if this is an advertiser worth replicating. So the first thing you want to do is take a look at how many active ads they have. So they have 200 ads, but we want to also see if they've turned any off. So if we remove this filter here, we can see that they have 200 out of 200 active ads. So let's just pause and think for a second. If they have 200 out of 200 active ads, that means they've been launching ads with little to no competition or friction in getting the ad and the product page profitable. Because in most cases, when we launch products and launch ads, there's going to be a ramping up period where we may try to find a winning angle, or we may test a couple different ads, and if they don't work, we'll turn them off. This person launched 200 ads and has not turned a single one of them off. So that's the first good sign that, okay, they're doing good. The next thing is we want to make sure that this advertiser recently launched in a relative time. If they launched back in March of earlier this year, it's going to be pretty hard to compete with them. Again, even if we run native image ads, we're still going to have some problems here because Facebook has just been giving them the long term play because they've been running ads for so long. But let's see, when did they launch their first ad? Okay, page is still loading here. Let's make sure it fully loads before we come to that conclusion. So they launched October. We're in December now, so that's right around about 60 days. So boom, they launched within the last 60 days. They have no ads turned off. They're running only video ads. Why do we want them to only run video ads? Because we don't want to compete with them one-to-one. If we launch native image ads now, we can still get a portion of the market without having to go against this person. Now you might pause and say, hey, Alex, there's some image ads right here. These aren't native image ads, so it's not a problem. These are just typical static image ads. We are looking for people that aren't running native image ads. Because they're not running native image ads, they've added 200 ads in the ad library with none of them being turned off, and they're all pretty much video ads, and they launched recently. This is a validated product, right? And of course, we got to evaluate the product page itself too. It's a problem-solving product. They are clearly a dropshipper using the Shrine theme. Another cool thing as well, you can actually copy the link here. You can always figure out what theme someone's using with Trend Track as well. So if I go back here, go to free tools, you can see here they have a couple different tools. This one here allows you to detect the apps that they're using, and this one here allows you to detect the theme. So I can then go in here, boom, analyze store, and then of course it's going to tell you it's Shrine. Boom. So that's for those of you that aren't, you're not too familiar what theme someone may or may not be using. So really cool there, and it's a completely free tool. So yeah, this fits the criteria. This would be a product that I would love to test and dropship. It's a problem-solving product. One thing I will say is that this is a little bit of a heavier product, so make sure you get a good quote from your supplier. And you might be thinking, well, Alex, is it seasonal? This is seasonal. Maybe it won't do good year-round. Yes and no. I think definitely worth a test though. And then if you're scaling really hard and doing really well, you can make this a year-round product because at the end of the day, it still solves a problem. So very basic, very simple, and they're ripping video ads directly from Calidata. The way we'd compete again is with native image ads. So we can add this to the sheet here. And sorry to my private school members that may or may not be testing this product. I will make sure I'll make up for this by throwing some private products that only the school members can get access to. So what we'll call this is a portable heater. Simple enough. So portable heater. And then we'll go to click here for their ad library. So that was really easy. Normally I'll be honest with you, it's normally not that easy, but we got lucky there. And that's why the ad library is still a very goated way to find winning products. Like don't sleep on just the ad library. I want to show you real quick too, for those of you that do have Trend Track, how you can further validate this if you wanted to. Go here and put that in here for you. And then assuming you guys have a supplier, sourcing for this should be really easy as well. So all you need to do is get a screenshot of the product, go to Alibaba, find it, and then give the images to your private supplier. I do not use Alibaba to source my products. I simply just use that as a frame of reference so I can give the images to my supplier. But there you go. Boom. And yeah, that was easy. So we'll add that here so you guys will have full reign to go after that. So now we can go back in. One last thing too as well. For those of you that do have Trend Track, if you go under trending shops and just simply type the name of the competitor, you can scroll here. You can find their ad data. You can add a brand tracker to track this store. But we can see here, if we go to shop analytics, they've seen a massive spike in visitors, which is good. They've been adding new ads in pretty regularly. So this just further helps us fully validate that they are obviously doing something well. We also filter by their most popular ads. Again, this only is really relevant for you if you were just going to copy their video ads, which I don't do. I run native image ads. So we can hit reach here, and then we can make sure that we want to see their highest spending ad that is still active, which is this one here. So this could allow you to also further filter and get more information for those of you that have Trend Track. For those of you that don't have Trend Track and you want to sign up with this, link in the description, you can save 20% off as well. So boom, let's get back to product hunting. Alrighty, so we're going to just keep scrolling here and see what we got going on. The trick here to make this really effective, guys, is literally just by focusing on the buttons here that say shop now. So that's kind of the name of the game here. So this brand here, Lullabies, yeah, not a big fan of this brand simply because I am already fully aware of them. It seems like this person is just copying them though. So they have 24 out of 40 active ads. That's too many ads turned off. They're just copying the brand, and it's in a niche I'm not the biggest fan of anyway. So we're gonna keep it rolling here. So we're just gonna quickly look through. Is this a toy? Yep. So don't want to do that. Let's see. We learn more. You can click the learn more button, but this normally goes to advertorials. So we're gonna skip that. We want to just find a one product store. Someone's scaling a one product store for a problem solving product and not so competitive of a niche. Staying away from clothes because they're a nightmare to drop ship. Okay, that's not a drop shipper. So I like to put some music on and just grind this out. This could take me 20 minutes or it could take me 2 hours. Supplements, especially ones like this, I like to stay away from, but just for the merit of what we're doing here, we can quickly look and see if this is worth a test. 120 out of 120. So they did, oh, I'm blocking that. Sorry. So they have 120 ads total. And of those 120 ads, how many of them are active? Pretty much all of them. So 120 out of 120, so if no ads turned off. Okay, let's see when they launched. And are they running only video ads for the most part? Okay, so they're definitely ripping from Cali data. So look, they launched on December 10th. That is a problem because today is December 13th. So it's only been 3 days since they launched. And it seems like they just downloaded a bunch of ads from Calidata or whatever, or from TikTok, and then they just loaded it up in the ad library. This doesn't tell me that this person's profitable or not. Okay, yeah, they have 120 ads out of 120, but it's been 3 days. They can turn off the ads tomorrow. That's why I like that 10 to 60 day window. So we're just gonna keep it moving here. Korean beauty secrets. Not a big fan of these niches, man. These niches tend to be the most difficult to penetrate if you're not aware, not familiar with my product research strategy. I personally like to stay away from hair care, skincare, cosmetics, all that stuff because they're just super competitive. That's why you keep running into high CPMs. So they have 42 out of 270. They have too many ads turned off, right? So this person isn't cleanly scaling this product. They haven't to turn off things. That means we would have, if we were going to launch it, that means we're going to have to alter it and test different things. So I'm going to pass. There are easy products, guys, to scale, man. Stay away from the super competitive stuff, especially if you're on a limited budget, right? If you don't have a ton of money to compete, stay away from it. Um, what, 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 uh, what theme is this? This is, I'm curious. This looks like a basic Shopify theme. Yeah, it's Dawn theme. Okay. Well, this is a frame. Okay. This is a frame. Let's see if it makes sense to dropship this. Let's see. So 9 ads, not enough active ads. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I like to see my competitors have about 30 to 150 to 200-ish active ads. That means that they're clearly making money. You see here they launched November 25th and they've launched 9 ads in about a month, about 3 weeks. That's not enough. That means they're not, that doesn't confirm to me that they're scaling. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to try to skim through these that I kind of seen before and kind of can easily tell are not going to be the types of products we'd want to drop ship. But this is just one keyword. Sell instant is just one keyword. Something you can look at, guys, is other people's captions to look for other keywords and phrases. So we have heavy creams here, complicated routines. These could be words and phrases that we throw in here. You're going to see in a moment how I pivot to different keywords and phrases after a certain amount of time. So what's this? Is this closed too? This looks like close. Yeah. Now they are drop shipping it, so let's see if it's something worth a risk. Now, I personally like to find problem-solving products that align with an older demographic, about 35 and older, because with native image ads, that's going to be the people that resonate with that the most. Clothes, it's going to be kind of hard to do. I've never done it, but I would assume that that's not going to translate really well. So you can see here, half their ads are turned off. Not a brand I want to replicate and try to compete with. So let's just keep it rolling here. What is this? Best Christmas gift, beef tallow. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. We know beef tallow isn't an easy niche to compete with. Let's see this shapely smoothing comfort. So again, I'm against clothes, but if it's problem solving clothes that solves a specific problem, it could be worth a test. So let's see. Is my internet just not working right now? Is that what's going on? Let's give this a second to load. Okay, so $34. It seems like these are specific types of bras, but I'll be honest with you guys, just from someone that's done a lot of ecom, there's nothing really cool, unique about this. But just because I don't think it's going to do well doesn't mean I shouldn't try to validate it first. You never want to, do this with a closed mind. You want to make sure the data tells you and proves to you that it's worth a test or not. 250 active ads, that's a lot, but let's see how many of them are turned off and how long have they been advertising. Okay, 770 total ads, so that means 500 of their ads have been turned off. Gonna pass. Going to pass. And again, because they have a lot of ads turned off, tells me that one, they've been advertising for a long time. I don't even have to waste my time scrolling. But two, that means they've been testing different angles, different marketing strategies, and it's not a seamlessly easy product that sells itself. That is what I'm trying to help you guys understand. That we're trying to find brands and products that are quickly launching, and it's okay if they have ads turned off, but it can't be half their ads, 60% of ads turned off. Realistically speaking, I want to see about 75 to 80% of their ads turned on still from when they launched to now, because that tells me that that's an easy, low-hanging fruit product that is easy to sell, that doesn't require too much marketing expertise to get off the ground. I'm doing this because I know majority of you guys are you're struggling with your capital and you don't have a ton of money to spend and lose up front before finally becoming profitable. So that is why I do the product research the way I do it. Okay, so this is a great example of a product we wouldn't want to drop ship. Cost of goods are too low. $9, trying to be profitable with $9 on Facebook is crazy. They must be doing some back end bullshit where they're no shipping or something. So I'm going to pass on that. Okay, orthopedic shoes. In a niche that is super competitive, orthopedic anything is super competitive. Pillows, blankets, shoes, knee braces, any of that stuff is super complicated and super more competitive than anything. So let's just see here. They have 130 out of 130. Let's just try to validate it first before we close our mind. They have 130 out of 130. So no ads turned off. Maybe they found an angle that we don't know about. But look, they launched all the way last year. Now they have a different SKU now that they've been advertising, but even then, that's all the way in August of August 16th, 2025. So they've been launching ads for a long time, and just the nature of this niche, I just know orthopedic anything is super competitive. I also know that a lot of people that sell orthopedic stuff are doing native image ads, and I'm trying to not compete with people doing native image ads. That's why I try to go after these obscure niches. This isn't a problem-solving product, so we're going to ignore that. Always, we're still trying to find problem-solving products, guys. Just because it's not hair loss, hair growth, skincare, anti-aging, cosmetics, orthopedic stuff doesn't mean that there isn't other problems out there that we can try to find. So I'm gonna keep scrolling for a little bit, and then we're gonna try to pivot to a different keyword, maybe that might be a little bit more advantageous for us. But as you can see, product research, it takes time, man. Even if you have experience and whatnot, it still takes time. Okay, titanium, is this a cutting board? I believe so. So we'll let this load here, but I do recall maybe seeing this brand before. But let's quickly see. Let's try to validate this. All right, so automatically red flag 490 active ads. Even though we're running native image ads, if a advertiser has so many active ads, it doesn't even matter at that point. They have the market share. Now, of course, it is still worth a test if, all the other metrics look good and whatnot, but just know that you're going to fight, you're going to be fighting some high CPMs here just because most of the people that are going after this type of product, they're going to be seeing these guys' ads before yours just because of the nature of Facebook. So they have 490 out of 670, and they've probably been they launched ads probably a long time ago. And at any given point, guys, if you see a product or brand you would want to test, go ahead. But I pretty much can guarantee you that the problem you're going to face is high CPMs, or you're just not going to get people buying. So just my expert advice here. So Mint Oral Care, we know that brand already. So we're just going to keep going here, man. It's not easy. Like, it's not supposed to be easy. That's the whole point, right? So we got a satchel here. Some way, somehow, somebody is probably making money with this, but let's see if it makes sense for us to try to do the same. Let's take a look here. 91 out of, let's see, let this load here. Another question I might be getting is, Alex, what if I try launching this in a different country? Feel free. I mean, I'm looking specifically for people launching ads in the United States. Scale in the United States, you might want to try it in a different market. That's fine. I just find that if you're not able to get it in the US, trying to bring it to another country, not all the time can work one-to-one. People think it's a guaranteed. It's not always a guarantee, but it's definitely worth a test. So 93 out of 91. So they only have 2 ads turned off. When did they launch though? They launched back in October. So that's not too long ago. So what is the marketing angle here? Finally, a bag that actually fits your life. 30% off this week. Introduce the archive satchel, your go-to for everything life throws at you. So this is one of those products here where running native image ads, I mean, you can give it a try, but there's no like pain that this product is solving. But if you want to do some like TikTok splicing together different videos, you can definitely give this a try. I'm not a big fan of non-problem solving products though, especially because this was launched right before Q4 here as we're getting ready to wind down. So this very well could have just popped because it's a Q4 product. So I'm going to personally pass, but here's the person's brand name and everything. If you want to go after it, feel free, but I'm going to personally pass here. Not to say that they're not making money, but I'm trying to build a long-term sustainable brand. Okay. Supplements, man, I hate supplements. I hate supplements not because I can't make money with them or not because it's not a great niche to be a part of. It's just that it's really competitive. So these people already have 15 active ads. That's too little for me to know if they're profitable or not. Out of 140, definitely not what I would want to do. Another thing as well, you might be asking, Alex, couldn't you just check the website traffic as well? Yes, but just because someone gets a lot of website traffic doesn't necessarily mean it's coming from Facebook. They could be running Google ads, TikTok ads. We don't know. So that's why I like to use the amount of active ads and the process that I'm going through as well. I only check the website stuff as like a last final nail in the coffin if I feel like they're worth a test. Cool. I'm going to scroll for a little bit longer and then we're going to pivot out of this keyword stiff neck. Okay, this is the most common dropship product of all time. No way people are still making money with this, right? Let's see. Well, it's not that they're not making money, but is there still an entryway to get into this market is the question. It's not that they're not making money, it's that can we come in and also make money, or is it too competitive now? So 90 ads out of 90, none turned off. When did they recently launch? The 23rd. Okay, so hey, look, at the end of the day, I have my opinions and thoughts on stuff, but what's undeniable is the data, right? So they launched a month ago. They're adding new ads regularly, which are ripped ads from TikTok, but they're still adding it. That shows there's market demand. And they're launching ads every few days. 4th, 7th. So it's been long enough for us to indicate that they probably are making money. Now, again, I'm not a big fan of this product. I actually have had students come in, try to dropship this and didn't see any results. Sometimes it could come down to copy, marketing angle, whatever the case may be, but the data is the data. And at the end of the day, the fact that they've launched over a couple of weeks now and they have none of their ads turned off, it's very hard for me to believe that they aren't making some money, right? Like oh shit, I was going up on the wrong page. It's very hard for me to believe that they aren't getting some money and they aren't making some money. So let's try to see if we can finalize this by going to trend track here. Boom. See if we can find their brand. And some newer brands that are like really, really new are not going to populate on trend track. Like the data, it takes a little bit of time. So because it's literally been less than a month, you see here about a month now, we're not going to see the traffic quite yet, which is fine, but we can see that they've been launching ads steadily over time. So again, very hard to believe that it's been like 2 weeks going on 3 weeks here and they're not making some kind of money. So I think it's worth a test with native image ads. For those of you watching this video now, if you've tried native image ads with this particular product for some reason, because it's a pretty common product, and it didn't work for you, that could be you just didn't find the right angle. You didn't properly write the best copy. But I do think for those of you that haven't tried that, this would be worth a test. I mean, everything is pointing in the right direction here. And there seems to still be some demand for that, especially going to the new year. This could be, something that people do for the new people going into the gym, right? Sometimes products don't cook for you because of the time of the year as well. Something else to consider. So it fits the criteria, man. So we got to throw it in there. This is a product I've seen a good amount of people attempt to try to drop ship, but maybe they weren't doing it right, So here's the competitor. What are we calling this? Just deep tissue massager. Massager. Boom, boom, boom. Grab the competitor's page. Go here. Go to paste that in. Boom. Grab their ad library. Throw that in here. And then we'll quickly get a quote for this as well. Or not a quote, but quickly find it on Alibaba as well. All right. That took 2 seconds. Boom. You might be wondering, well, Alex, could you also, find this on Aliexpress as well? Yeah, sure. I use Alibaba because most products that are there on Aliexpress will also be on Alibaba and even more. So, boom. All right. So what you can do is I accidentally scrolled up on this. So I need to scroll back down to where I was when I found this brand. But what you can also do too, guys, is look for, oh crap, I lost it, bro. It was like right around here. But you could also look in their captions as well to find other keywords to potentially look for as well. I think it was right below these guys. Scrubbies, yeah, it was right below these guys. Let's just keep going. So that's 2. Let's see if we can get a third one for the video and keep the ball rolling. What are we at? 27 minutes? Cool. We're pacing well here. What brand was this again? This was Shapewear. Shapewear. Not a big fan of shapewear. I'm going to just pass on that, to be honest with you. I do not like shapewear because, again, that tends to have high refunds and chargebacks and whatnot. You need a really good supplier, and most of you guys are beginners, and you probably don't even know how to properly manage something like that, which is fine. So try to find easier products to dropship. What's this? Okay. This is another great example. This is not a one-product store, right? Or at least I don't know what's going on here. But this is not a one-product store. They're selling multiple SKUs. I think maybe my page isn't loading or something, but they're clearly selling multiple SKUs. So we try to find brands that are selling one products with maybe some upsells and downsells, but the goal here is to focus on the advertisers scaling ads to one main product. What's this here? Jewelry, gonna pass on that. Not a big fan of that niche either. Is this? That's toy. Blue light glasses. Yeah, this could be a good niche to do native image ads. Let's see here. I'm familiar with this brand as well, so I know they've been running for some time. Let's see if they've still been running smoothly. 53 total ads out, or 53 active ads out of 570 total ads. Gonna pass. It's too many ads. What's this brand here again? Tote bag. Gonna pass on that. Doon. Again, guys, I hope you're kind of getting an idea and a feel for how I go about analyzing products. So yes, the product sheet, you might want to use one of the products, maybe you don't. More importantly, you should be learning this skill set, how I analyze, because if you can apply this for yourself and find unique products, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to make money, and you will not have to do with such high CPMs. Forearm gripper, been there, done that, seen that a million times. Milk thistle liver detox, gonna pass on that too. That's an old product. Obviously, you as a beginner may not know that. That's fine. So this is, I believe this is Alex Sedlak's brand. So they're already copying. Oh no, I actually think this is his actual brand. So this brand is owned by a popular influencer, Alex Sedlak. You may or may not know him. Not really relevant. But this is like supposed to. Oh, am I mixing it up though? Facial hair remover. No, I'm sorry, mixing it up. I thought this was caffeine inspired toothpaste because it looks like the same branding. Instead, this is facial hair remover. So cool. Let's see. It's my bad. I completely mixed up the brands here. Let's see if this is worth testing. So they have 82 out of 82. No ads turned off. When did they launch? Ooh. They've launched a long time ago, back in June. So why do I not like, competing with brands that have launched a while ago, even though other things that we look at are fine, right? It's because, again, Facebook works on a bidding strategy, and the way it weighs who gets the better customer generally comes down to who has been advertising the longest. That's not so much the problem, though, as if the concept of we're trying to find people that are launching brands and quickly scaling them within a 60-day period. This person here, very well, they launched this brand back in June. We don't know if this product is still a quick, easy scaler, right? We're trying to find things that are relatively quick to get off the ground. This may have taken some work. This might be a combination of TikTok Shop with Facebook ads. So is it worth a test? Sure, because they have no ads turned off. But we don't know if they're even really hard scaling this. We don't know if they're running retargeting ads only on Facebook. Because of how long ago they launched, this probably is a good sign that this is not a hard, quick, easy product to take off the ground. But if you want to take the risk, feel free, man. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. But that's just how I analyze these specific metrics here. Is this the game again? Okay, I keep clicking on that ad library. What's this? Okay, outer air AI translating headphones. So I remember when this blew up on TikTok. Let's see if it's still doing well now. Again, we're trying to find those products that are easy scalers. All right, so 12 active ads already. I don't even need to waste my time. That's not enough active ads. And also, if we remove the filter here, today's December 13th, they haven't launched a new ad in over a month. So, what advertiser isn't launching new ads to their brand pretty consistently? So we're going to keep going here. Is this jewelry? This looks like jewelry. Yep, we're going to pass on that. Cool. So this is sale ends tonight, right? So I've been saying this for a while, so it's time to actually do this. So there's some other keywords we can do, right? Sale ends tonight. Another one could be buy one, get one. This is a typical, keyword or phrase that dropshippers use. So this is one. Free shipping is another one as well that dropshippers use in the caption. So we're going to go back about 10 days there. Oh, I also forgot to filter for video ads as well. Filter for video ads. Another question you might be asking, Alex, what if I find someone running native image ads and I want to copy their stuff, right? Because they fit the criteria. I personally recommend you do not try to copy someone that is running native image ads, because now if you're going to run native image ads, you're going to compete with them one-to-one. The whole premise of this product hunting strategy, called the loophole method, by the way, is to avoid competition, right? We're trying to take the path of least resistance and avoid as much competition as possible. So if someone else is already running native image ads and they fit the criteria where they launched 10 to 60 days ago, they're adding ads regularly, and they don't have any turned off. Now, if I were to run image ads, I'm going to now be grouped up by Facebook and compete with them one-to-one, and they already have a head start. So it's not that you can't make money. It's just that we're trying to cut down on as many variables that would reduce our chances of being successful. So that's kind of why I try to avoid that, right? So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so let's see here. Jewelry. Gonna ignore that. Boom. Milk thistle again. Gonna ignore that. Okay, what's this? Magnetic power bank. Let's see. I don't think this is a good product here, but let's see. Are they making money? At the end of the day, it's not about what you think. What does the data tell you? 222 total ads out of 970. Gonna pass. I don't even know if that's the same brand, but I think it is. What's this? Spot reminders. Ooh, tracking card. Okay. That's a problem-solving product in a unique niche, so I like that. But they seem like an established brand. Yeah, 700 active ads. Not even gonna waste my time. Another thing too, right? Why we want to find people that recently launched. That brand we just saw has 700 active ads. They are constantly creative testing to find what works for them. We don't for a good product that can launch within 60 days, that doesn't take that much work, is the type of product we want to find, because like I just said, it doesn't take as much work. The product can sell on its own, right? We don't want to do too much creative testing to get a product out to be a winner. If you do want to do that, feel free, but I personally want to quickly and easily scale a product. I don't want to have to be fighting tooth and nail to get a product off the ground. Sheila G gummies, man, this is a pretty common product too. We're just going to skip past that. Stainy. Pet odor stain eliminator. The pet niche is the most competitive niche for native image ads specifically, so I would avoid that at all costs. I don't care what the product is. I don't care if it's a new product. It is a very competitive niche. But let's see, 79 out of 410. Gonna pass. Going to pass. All right. Jewelry again. The modern, what's this? Oh, going into an advertorial. Pure skin. Okay, so these are daily cleansing facial towels. Um, gonna pass. Gonna pass. We're gonna quickly look here just to verify, but going to pass. 82 active ads out of 82. None turned off. Hold on. That's why it's always good to double check. Let's see. Ooh, they launched all the way back in May. So I'm gonna pass. Okay. Men's polo, not really a problem solving product. What we got here? Natural hair growth oil, gonna pass on that niche, the most competitive niche of all time. Not really, but it's up there for pretty competitive niches. Keep the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. Face brush cream. This is another competitive niche. I'm not even gonna waste my time on that. I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. Try to find some unique niches, man. Unique niches. All right. So the next alternative here is to find and use a different keyword. This is also a skincare product. Yeah, skincare. Height boosters. Is this height boosting shoes? Yeah, but they're not a one product store, right? So they have multiple height boosting shoes. So we're gonna pass that. We want a one competitor or one product store. Okay. So another one we could do as well is free shipping. We're going to go here to filter once again. We're going to filter for video ads, and we want to make sure we see ads from the third and before that. And see what we got going on. Jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. Ooh, okay. So now a lot of people are using free shipping in the caption here. We're already in October, so yeah, people aren't really using that keyword, so we're going to pass on that. We could get more obscured, right? So we can type in something. We can use ChatGPT to help us with this too for keywords and phrases, but we can type in something like, give me one sec. Something else we might be able to type in is happy customers, right? So obviously the easiest way to find more keywords is by simply just looking in the caption itself. You can find, like, for example, this is another keyword we can use, mental health. But we're trying to get in the mind of other competitors and try to think about what keywords and phrases they might want to put in their captions. Now, my advice with this is to not do not go too specific with the keywords, because again, Facebook is going to populate based off of what you type in. So try to keep it relatively broad. Mental health could be an array of different products for that. So let's just see what we get here. Okay, so what we got here? We got an embroidery stitching kit, which I believe I've talked about or may have seen. I can't remember if this was with my students or with for YouTube video. But let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Olivia Rivera. 330 ads total, but how many are turned off? Good amount. Let's see when she launched ads here. Because having ads turned off isn't bad. It's just when it's a lot of them are turned off. Clearly, they're doing some stuff. But let's see if they launched relatively recently, then it might not be the worst thing in the world, right? Like we have like some ads are turned off for maybe they were like Cyber Monday or Black Friday ads. Like you can see here, this one's turned off because it's Black Friday. So maybe we look a little closer to see if there's some potential here. And their angle is towards mental health, right? So there's some potential there. So, okay, so they actually recently launched. So right around 26, they're just spamming ads out, but there is something here. So yeah, this could be a product we drop ship here. They have a lot of active ads, a lot of active ads here. So let's see here. Olivia Rivera, let's go to Trend Track to help us further validate this. Forgot to put a space there. See if that populates. Ooh, it might not populate here. So wasn't able to find. Oh, you know what? Because I put the ad name. It is supposed to be the website name. So the website name is Embroom. Okay, let's see. Hey, they are. So, ooh. So they're adding a ton of new ads, but they're monthly. It seems like, because this is only going back to October, it seems like they may have gotten back up to a good space here, but you can see they've been running ads for about a year now. So that's a lot. We can filter here by obviously they're you can actually go to their longest running ad, and you can see that their longest running ad is from the 25th. So this is from this Facebook page, but the website itself might have been getting traffic from either another Facebook page or from they were testing different ads before. So yeah, I'm not 100% confident in this. I think it could be worth a test though. But I think we can find cleaner and healthier competitors that we can replicate. Now, something tells me here they got a nice spike of traffic. They definitely got more traffic going because you can see here their ad data is going up significant. So if we can compare it to October, um, their traffic here hasn't populated for November and December. So they're clearly getting more website traffic. I wouldn't freak out too much about this. At one point, they were getting as much as 100,000 monthly visitors or more. So that's good. So there's some potential there, but I feel like we can find a safer product to or better ad account to replicate. So let's see here. Mental health diaries. Okay, so this is closed. Gonna pass. Going to pass on that. All right. Do boom, 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 boom. What do we got here? Not a one product dropshipping stores. We're gonna pass on that. What do we got here? Magic wand. I don't think this is one product store. Yeah, I don't think it's a one product store. Let's keep the ball moving here. See them again. Yeah, they're selling like supplements or something. Okay, not loading, but whatever. All right, so let's see. I'm scrolling to try to find the shop now button, right? All this other stuff we don't have to waste time looking. Looking for shop now. Looking for shop. All right, here we go. Shop now. Is this close? Ooh, what if best sex of your life was yourself? Oh, okay. Sex toy. Hold on. Let's see. Might be some potential here. Now it's not going straight to a typical product page, which is fine. All right. So we're just gonna. What is this name? What is this domain? Let's go to Trend Track real quick to see. Oh, gotta verify my browser. All right, boom. Let's see. Did they pop up here? What is this? What is this name? It's such a weird website domain. What is this, dude? No. What is okay? This magic wand thing could go away. Nancy. Do we think if we type Nancy in? Nancy. Normally, guys. Okay, here it is. Hello, Nancy. So they've been running it for like 2 years. I think this is the page we just saw. So website traffic is booming. Okay, so this is actually good that we use Trend Track here because we can see that they're running they're running some of their ads from She Matters, and then I guess other ads that they're running are from Nancy Toys. Yeah, so this is a disguise page. So people run disguise pages all the time. Let's see this other page here. Is this the same thing? Okay, yeah. So it seems like it's like the same thing. All right, so we'll pass on that. Very interesting, but yeah, we're gonna pass on that. And then let's see here. Okay, we're already going through the month of November, getting ready to get to November now. So I'm just scrolling through real quick to see the shop now button. Okay, shop now. What do we got here? Okay, it's this brand again. So I'm quickly just scrolling through shop now. Shop now. What is this? Planners. Ooh, this could be good going into the new year. The mom system updated daily family planner. Okay. So this might seem stupid. $51 for a planner. Also, they're doing pre-order, which is interesting. But it is geared towards a specific market and audience. So maybe they are making money. And with the new year coming around, this could be something worth testing. I know it's ridiculous, $51, but you'd be surprised. So 43 out of 650 ads. Nope. Gonna pass. Okay, essential oil is gonna pass. Essential one gonna pass. Cool. So we're getting ready here to gear up for another keyword here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for another keyword here. Alrighty, let's find another keyword. Let's pivot to something like pickleball. Let's see what we can do for pickleball. Maybe pickleball could be a good niche to look at. So we're gonna filter video ads. We're gonna go back about a week, about 10 days ish, and see if we can get anything for pickleball. I'm looking for the shop now button. We got shop now here, but I don't think this is a dropshipper. Nope. Yeah, not gonna be a dropshipper. So let's keep hunting here. Flux footwear. Yeah, we're gonna pass on that. Let's see here. BYTS seems like they're partnering. So you see here that there's two advertisers. That means they're partnering together. I'm gonna skip that. Let's see what we got here for this. Nope. Gonna pass on that. Nope. 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 Shop now. Let's see this brand here. Pickleball shoes. Pickleball might not be the best. Might not be the best here. What about this? What's this here? Pickleball charcuterie board. Not really a problem-solving product. This is a nice to have, not a need to have. But that's interesting how that keyword pops that up here. What we got here? She Fit. Sports bra. Okay. But specifically for pickleball players? That could be interesting. What's this here? Oh, just the shoes. Charcuterie board. This is nothing. Okay. Pickleball has actually gotten a lot competitive. Back when I was looking for this stuff, pickleball was an easy keyword to find some really good dropshipping products. But I think now it's gotten like really challenging. Yeah, it's gotten kinda hard here. Okay, all good. What we'll do is we'll just find another keyword. One of the easiest ways to just find other keywords is by going into, for example, sell ends tonight and going in and finding captions that other advertisers are using. So we can see here, tired of hiding frizzy damage here. Feel confident could be something. Damage here could be good as well. By nature, that can be a competitive niche though, but again, if it fits the criteria, it fits the criteria, right? Let's see if we can get anything here. So video ads. Then we're going to go back here to third. And now let's see what we got going on here. So definitely got more, that's banana oil, competitive product. Definitely got more people in more niches here. Pumpkin seed oil. Seen this product a million times, but again, let's see if there's room in the market. Just because a product has been seen a million times doesn't mean that there isn't potential for you to come in the market and compete as well. So 67 ads out of 130. That's way too many turned off, in my honest opinion. And they launched, let's see, they launched relatively recently, but they do have a lot of ads turned off in a competitive niche. So not a big fan of that. We got another keyword here though, sleep experience. Again, competitive word. What about stiffness? Let's see the word stiffness. Let's see what can happen from stiffness. Stiffness can result in a lot of different things, right? So let's see. Let's go back again to the third here, and let's see video ads, and go through and see what we got going on. I'm looking for that shop now button. And let's close out some tabs here. What is this product here? Women over 50 win with yoga. Ooh. Let's see. What are they marketing? 47 out of 1,800 ads. No. And they were selling like some type of ebook. Okay. All right, cool. Shop now, shop now, shop now. Looking for shop now. We got shop now here. What is this? Red light therapy mat. Not a big fan of red light therapy products just because of the nature of them. People still aren't fully sure or the benefits of red light therapy, but let's see if someone's making money. That means we can too. 400 ads out of 400 ads. It's a lot of ads, but it's a high ticketed product. And they launched. Let's see when they launched. If they launched recently, man, it's fine to do that if they launched recently. Oh, they did launch recently, but they were selling one product, which was an ice recovery machine. So they don't seem to be selling one specific product, although most of their ads though do seem to be. Oh no, actually, so you see, they've recently been launching a lot of ads for the red light therapy, so we could assume that's where they're making a lot of their money. But the fact that they also have ads for other products as well can be kind of challenging. And then yes, they have a lot of ads for the red light therapy, but their more recent ads are for the ice bath. That could get a little confusing, but whatever they're doing, they're definitely making some money. So let's see here with Trend Track if we can spot these guys out. Is it? Yeah, it's these guys here. So they've been around, up and down performance. We can see here their best-selling product has been this. Okay. If we go to Add Brand Tracker, which we're actually already viewing pretty much everything we need to see anyway, but what has been their longest running ad? So they've been running ads actually since June. So in the ad library here, it goes all the way back to October, but they might have had different pages and stuff like that. So all their ads get pulled up in Trend Track, which actually protects you there. That's a good catch. So yeah, no, I wouldn't want to dropship this product here. So keep it moving. What about this here? Orthopedic shoes. Let's quickly see if their ad library is worth going through and looking more into. Musabella, 160 out of 160. So no ads turned off. A lot of image ads, but they're not native image ads, which is fine. They do have video ads running. They launched all the way back in August, though. So not a good. It's not strong enough for me. I think it's best to stay within a 60-day window. 10 to 60 days gives you the greatest chances of not having to deal with as much competition. Okay. So another niche we could jump into. One sec. Let me verify that we've checked all our bases here. What is this? Beef tallow. Good old beef tallow. And then laundry sheet detergents. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Yeah. So as you can see, Facebook ad library hunting is challenging and it is hard because there's a lot of people running ads, but not all of them fit the criteria we like to look for. So by nature, that is just the nature of the game, man. This could, like I said, this could take 20 minutes, could take an hour, and I'm looking for 3 winning products. So definitely going to take longer than usual. What do you got here? More red light therapy. Let's see. Let's see this brand here. 75 out of 75. Ooh, no ads turned off. When did they launch though? They launched, okay, December 3rd exactly. So it's been 10 days. So that's relatively recently. Um, so there's potential there for sure. Let's go to their website. Let's copy their website. Go to Trend Track here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. So I won't get too concerned with their website traffic because they just launched, but they have been running ads here. But there's not enough data to help me fully confirm or not. There's not enough history for me to really feel confident in this. And I'm not a big fan of this niche anyway, so it's not a risk I personally would want to take. So we're gonna pass on that. This is going to a listicle. We're gonna pass on that. Yeah, man, it is tough out here finding products, huh? It's the name of the game, man. If you want something that can change your life, it's gonna come at a cost, man. You have to put in some work here. So we got BPC. I know that product has done some numbers in the past. Let's see here though, if we got somebody actively scaling. So 140 out of 140, no ads turned off. That's good. And when did they launch though? That's going to be big. Okay. They launched in October. Okay. Relatively recently. They're a drop shipper. It's also good because we know they're running Shrine theme. Let's go here. We might have found the third one, guys. Let's finalize it with Trend Track. And I think it's this one here. Yep, same product. Monthly website visit has gone up. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so they paused ads and then now they've relaunched ads. Traffic has been going up. So they have 140 out of 140 active ads. They launched relatively recently within the last 60 days. They're adding ads in regularly. This is a problem solving product that aligns with an older demographic, right? I'm assuming this is some type of health. Now, this is a supplement. And yes, I am not a big fan of supplements, not because they can't make you money, not because you can't get rich off of that and not build a legit brand. It's just that they, by nature, have more competition. But this person saying, the ad library here is proving that there is room in the market for you to enter and compete. And they're running only video ads with some static ads as well. I would launch this with native image ads. Boom. All right, guys, that's 3 there, and I feel confident with those 3. So we got somebody already on the page here. somebody's snagging some products already. So what is this? A peptide, right? Cool. So yeah, there we go, guys. So let me just load all this up for you here in the sheet. Now, you might be wondering, Alex, this is a supplement. Where the heck am I going to be able to find a supplier for this? I was looking on Aliexpress and Alibaba. You're not going to be able to find that exact BPC 157. What I recommend you do, though, is go hit this guy up, Daniel Wilson Supplements. This guy actually supplies all the top supplements that you see on TikTok shopping and whatnot. He actually gets rights to these supplements, and he's actually one of the biggest suppliers for this type of stuff. And his stuff is pretty legitimate and pretty good. So you can find pretty much every TikTok shop supplement that's ever gone viral or done well, you can pretty much find here. I would hit this guy up, DM him, and he could be a private supplier for you. He breaks down how to obviously set everything up. I've used him in the past for other products and other supplements. So pretty solid guy. So hit this guy up here if you want to get some, see if he has a quote for the BPC. I don't know for sure, but he's like the only one that I could possibly think of being able to drop ship this exact SKU here. Keep in mind, this person's drop shipping it, so they definitely found it, and you just maybe need to spend some time and find it as well. But yeah, clearly it's out there somewhere for sure, because this person here, this is not even their brand name. It's so funny because this is literally not even their brand name. They might have stolen this from Amazon though. What is this called? BPC. Let's see if it's on Amazon. That specific brand is definitely out there somewhere. Someone's drop shipping it. So it's there. You just got to find it. I think maybe this is it. Is this magnesium? What is this? Immune. I don't think this is it. No, this is not it. So yeah, so that's what I would do there. But it is out there. You just have to look and try to get in a quote with a really good supplier. Yeah. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you like and subscribe. And next week we'll be doing part 3. And if you have any questions, you guys should shoot me a message. And shoot me a message on Instagram if you have any particular questions. And of course, if you guys want some additional help, feel free to join Social Brands Club. This is my online community. I do one coaching call every single week. You can also DM me 24/7 DM support. And then, of course, you get my A to Z guide on how to start, launch, and scale to 1K a day using native image ads. My winning advertorial, my winning scripts, my winning everything is in this course. That is for you if you want some additional help as well. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care.